I'd like to invite onto the stage entrepreneur and investor from INGenX. You'll tell me that's right. Founder Vladislav Martinov. Am I saying that correctly? Can we give a big round of applause, please? It's all yours. Go for it.
Thanks. The title of presentation sounded very complicated. Basically, guys, I've been asked to talk about if AI, and particularly decentralized AI, is a kind of solid investment opportunity, not just another hype. So let's put it this way. Yeah, and a couple words about myself. I'm a high-tech entrepreneur with 25 years experience, but last 10 years, all my projects was either in AI, the project I invested or co-founded, or in a blockchain. And recently I have a few projects which it's combined. So if we come back to the original question, is it really solid investment opportunity? I'd like to start to check a few basic facts about AI as a market, separate market, and blockchain as a market. And of course, we look at the market size, and based on different assessment from different research companies, the market is growing, and by 2030, it's expected to be around a little less than 2 trillion US dollars. I think it will be more than 1.8 trillion, as it mentioned on slide. Also, I think it's important to mention most of this market currently dominated by very few big tech companies, like Microsoft, like Amazon, like OpenAI and IBM. And for me, it's a bad sign. It's not good. Because probably most of you guys know that an experience, not just know, experience, in particular during pandemic times, how bad could be when centralized tech organizations control your social media. There is a lot of censorship, there is a lot of unauthorized disconnection of your services, and they take down your accounts if you post something which is they believe is not in line with their censorship policy. So this question about why it should be this way is a kind of very relevant. I believe it should not be this way. And then we'll talk about this a little later when I talk about decentralized AI. But the blockchain market actually looks very good this year. And if we don't expect any black swan, unexpected force majeure, I think we can end up with this market at the level of 7.5, maybe even $8 trillion market cap. So even when we had a winter, crypto winter, the market still was in a very good dynamics, maybe not in terms of market cap, but in terms of number of projects, number of builders, number of new solutions, a number of people which came to this market. So if you look at the dynamics of this market, it looks pretty good. So coming back to AI, in particular generative AI, AGI, when the ChatGPT and a few others generative AIs kind of penetrate the market and kind of rapidly getting into different aspects of our lives and disruptive different business models, AI is a kind of changing everything, everywhere, all at once. And the crypto market is a kind of not exception. Crypto market also was impacted, affected by AI, so far primarily by centralized AI, but we cannot ignore the fact that AI is a kind of improve efficiency of crypto projects or help them with mass adoption. And by the way, I took this chart from Vitalik Buterin article, which he published on his website, vitalik.eth, where I like it a lot because this chart illustrates how blockchain can improve AI and address certain challenges of decentralized AI, as well as how AI can improve blockchain and crypto projects from different angles. As I mentioned, mass adoption, improving efficiency, or improving security for this thing. So on the left side, you can see like something which we would expect in the short term. And in the short-term segment, we see more like primary centralized AI improving blockchain or crypto projects. On the right-hand side, it's a little bit long-term. This is where we want to go. This is where we want to be, because this becomes like fully decentralized AI helping overall crypto industry. If we talk about today, I think there are several obvious kind of user cases or values which AI can bring to crypto projects. Some of them mentioned here. One is it's the security checks, finding, verifying code, finding bugs, finding security vulnerability of smart contracts. That's amazing how efficient it might be when you use AI. Another thing is just making different type of assessments of the project, scoring, making faster, more efficient, supporting certain higher quality of the scoring of the projects. For investors, quite relevant, and investment funds, and many other things. They are mentioned here in a more structured way. Better education, like when you need to onboard developers, either your own developers you recently hired, or if you're blockchain, you needed outside developers. I mean, the speed can be increased dramatically. The cost can be reduced dramatically when you need to perform these functional tasks. So let me go through a few user cases which currently centralized AI help with crypto projects. One is, like, very good example, community. Community is extremely important for any crypto project. So there is even big hype on the HR market, like community managers in a great demand. However, with AI-powered community manager, digital community manager, kind of AI bot, chatbot, you can have a lot of benefits as a crypto project. You can reduce costs, but in addition, you can improve the quality, because basically AI-powered chatbot, community manager, doesn't need or can instantly answer any questions, regardless language, regardless time zone, regardless time of the day, or even if it's a holiday. So this is extremely beneficial for any crypto project. Another example is security audits, I already mentioned. I would just add one more thing about this, is it's non-biased. It's consistent quality of the security audits performed by AI-powered solution. Technical analysis. Look, I think there are a lot of benefits. First of all, it's the speed. It's much faster. It can process much bigger a set of data before you make decision. And for any trader or investor, they will agree with me, this will be emotional-free, because basically a lot of mistakes done when you really either fear of missing out or like emotional reasons why you make a mistake, even if you're a great trader or great analyst. But AI just doesn't have emotions. So most likely, these mistakes will be eliminated when you use AI to do your technical analysis. This is pretty good. I like this a lot, because this is user case about mass adoption. One of the biggest challenge for mass adoption of different web3 solutions is lack of intuitive interface. A lot of people who are not geeks or not tech-savvy people, they have a hard time to deal with wallets, secret phrase, DEXs, interface, etc., etc. So I think AI and even centralized AI can really help people easily interact with the wallet. And in addition to this intuitive interaction, which is kind of very easy for a human being, it can provide a fraud detection. Properly done AI can really help people to avoid any stupid mistakes when you deal with wallet, or even to avoid to be victim of scammers. Scoring I mentioned, yeah, it's all good. And centralized AI moving into crypto space big time. However, there is a huge challenge, as most of you probably know. Centralized AI doesn't sound right for decentralized world. So, because we're all about privacy, we're all about security, we're all about managing our own data, and we are kind of against of any censorship. And that's what can centralized AI bring to crypto space if there will be no decentralized. So what if the benefits of blockchain merge with benefits with AI and create a new segment of decentralized AI? So a kind of addressing challenges or pitfalls of centralized AI with all benefits and perks of blockchain. And suddenly we get amazing opportunity to use this technology to improve mass adoption of crypto project, and but to avoid all challenges or risks, and risk like to be switched off from your service, or risk that your data will be provided to the government or somebody, or will be used in an unauthorized manner, or risk that your money will be frozen or transfer out without your permission. There is a lot of risk with centralized AI if they deal with decentralized world. So we don't want this to happen. So that's why I think this segment looks very attractive. And a lot of companies start digging more into what the user cases might be, what needs to be done. And again, I have 5 minutes left, so I probably will not go deeper in details about this, but I will touch a little bit few things. First, there is few companies which start exploring this segment, and one of them, BitTensor here, another Singularity Net, which has a panel discussion in a couple hours here on this stage, and a few others, and they kind of first pioneers, first generation of decentralized AI marketplaces. And as the first pioneers, they faced a lot of challenges, technological challenges, economics or tokenomics, reward challenges. And so far, it's not mature enough, let's put it this way. There is a lot of kind of questions needs to be addressed, problems needs to be solved before we will see well-functioning decentralized AI. When I say well-functioning, it means the speed of transaction is faster, it's low cost, it's very secure, etc., etc. And more companies joining this segment, and more investors, more money flowing, going to this segment. And to address these specific challenges, like to reduce the entry cost, because today, if you want to develop on a decentralized marketplace, this is quite expensive, as well as for centralized. And there is a lack of API framework to access AI services, or many other challenges. So, however, that kind of the value when these challenges will be addressed is tremendous, because then we will have AI which keeps our privacy, taking care of our privacy, which transparent in terms of data used, in terms of algorithm used, in terms of model used. Data will be verifiable, so there will be no, let's say, psychological manipulation, which is quite often we see from centralized social media. And by the way, with AI, the problem is much bigger, as you know. There will be really a bulletproof identity validation, which is also quite important, and many other things. One thing I want to mention specifically, it's validation and prediction. Because today, AI, centralized AI, criticized quite a lot about, like, how can I be sure that the account the message I'm currently getting is really from this person, like from Elon Musk, or the application I'm downloading is really proven, validated, and is a kind of trusted. If this and that is really I can trust. And a kind of the big problem with deepfake, how to confirm that the true person behind this. And the blockchain is an amazing tool and amazing technology to solve this problem. So again, there is an ecosystem of different projects which is doing a lot of things here. And again, a lot of criticism. This is not possible, this is difficult. And particularly when you talk to venture investors, they're quite skeptical. But that reminds me of a situation when Ethereum at early days, when Vitalik wrote his first paper, white paper, and he's get a lot of criticism or skeptical opinions, this is not possible to realize. And nevertheless, he kind of did a crowdfunding, and investors just believe in this idea, provided him funding, retail investor primary, right? And today we have amazing blockchain network, which is driving the whole industry. And when I look at the situation, I see that number of researchers, different people who is getting involved, money which is coming from the public market, and the whole new economy, which is probably 3, 4, 5 years away, which is very attractive. It kind of makes me believe that this is definitely not a hype. This is really amazing investment opportunity. And that's why I focus so much time on this over the last 2 years, because I think this is a kind of story where you can make it good for people by helping decentralized AI to penetrate and not to be dependent on 3, 4 big corporations, but also amazing opportunity to make good money. So that's why I'm in this industry. And if you guys, developers or investors or just crypto users or traders, just keep in mind that this is very interesting, fast developing segment. This is probably where we want to be. And yeah, this is my direct Telegram account. If you have any questions, you can chat me on that. Also, I'll be here around the whole day. I'll be happy to answer any of your questions. Thank you very much.
Round of applause for Vladislav. Thank you.